Okay, I will go ahead and start the recording. Is everyone fine with me recording? Going once?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely, you're good.
Okay. Have to ask, Okay, anyway, hello and welcome to the fifth part, if you can believe it, Russian with Michael. Oh wait, I thought it would say that there, but it doesn't. Well, okay, so the fifth part. And today we're going to be going over participles, adverbial participles, and I have a collection of animals here. So that will be exciting. And I found a link with a lot of idioms. And then I added my own. And yeah. And as you can see here, it says swears, but we won't do this today. I already recorded a video going through my swear presentation. So that will be available at some point. And yes, of course, if you have any questions, just write in the chat. And yeah, so can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so here we have, okay, I have to zoom in. So can everyone see this list here of animals?
It's still a bit blurry.
Okay. Here, what about this? We can go.
Okay, much better.
Okay. We'll just scroll up and down. Okay. So first we have sabaka, which is dog. Now, I don't know why I didn't write this, but the male version of a dog is, and I can't change keyboards, of course. There we go. Is pios is the male version of a dog, and then sabaka, as you can see, ends in a, so we know it is a female. And then koshka here is cat, and then kot is like a tomcat or a male cat. And I didn't do male and female versions of all of these. However, they do exist, although I don't know what they are. I just know like these versions of the animal name. But with this one, I wanted to flex a bit because most people don't actually know what a male duck is, even in English. But utka here is feminine, and that just means duck. Does anyone know what the male version of a duck is in English? It starts with a D, but it's not duck. Yes, wow. Okay, I'm very impressed. Yes, it is drake. And drake in, yes, thank you. Drake in Russian is selezin. You can just flex that you know this word. I have been, and I am now. But really, not many people will know that. And then next we have keet, which is whale. And then skat, which is stingray. There's also an airline called Skat. I don't know if it's linked to stingray, but yeah, if you go to Central Asia, then there is a budget airline called Skat Airlines. Okay, and then we have medusa, which is jellyfish. There's a media company called Medusa. They do like news and stuff. Pretty good. I would recommend, especially if you're trying to read Russian. They have both English and Russian articles, so it's a good resource. And then here we have akula, which is shark. And then next we have ptitsa, which is bird. And then here we have ryba, which is fish. And then here are two very random types of fish that I decided to include. So the first is seld, which is mackerel. And then next we have skumbria, which is herring. And actually, I want to include tunets here, which is tuna. And there's also lasos, which is salmon. But in some places, especially when I was in Kazakhstan, every like sandwich or panini had syomga. It never said losos. It said syomga. Now, I don't know the specifics, but I believe syomga is a species of salmon. But yeah, it just tastes the same. But yeah, they won't usually say losos. They would say syomga. Especially not even in just like sandwiches and stuff. They had it in soup, in like Japanese restaurants. It was all syomga. So maybe that's just the breed of species of fish they had. I don't know. And then next we have ugor, another good word to know if you go to a Japanese restaurant. This is eel. And next we have cherv, which is a worm. And then next we have lisa, which is fox. And then next we have sava, which is owl. Varona, which is raven. And then next we have svinia, which is pig. And then korova, which is cow. Belka, squirrel. Sirok is groundhog. Medved is bear. Pauk, spider. Krючок is cricket. Kamar is a mosquito. Nesakome just means insect. Volk, wolf. Pchola, bee. Ariol is eagle. And then verblud is camel. Kon is horse. So again, here we have syomga. Oh, and whenever you had horse meat, which they do eat in Kazakhstan, it's kanina. So you always see this more than you see loshad. But loshad also means horse. And then muravyi, I should say, where is it? Now that I'm talking about meat. Svinia, pork would be svinina. Korova, cow, like I said, but then beef is говядина. And then if you want lamb, it would be yagneno, or it's yagnenok or yagneno. I think it's yagneno, but one letter off. It's not really a big of a deal. I'm trying to remember which one's the animal and which one's the meat, but it doesn't matter. Okay, muravyi is ant. Chaika is seagull, and colibri is hummingbird. And that's it for this list here. And if you have a question about how to say something, I might know. So please feel free to leave it in the chat if you're interested. Okay, or just, ask me. So next we have matulyok, which is moth. Babushka, which is a butterfly, not to be confused with babushka, which is grandmother, but the babushka is a butterfly. And then next we have yasharitsa, which is lizard. And then lagushka, which is frog. Bozha korova, which is ladybug. Mucha, fly. Zmeya, snake. Rak is crayfish. This can also mean cancer. So, when someone says, oh, so-and-so has cancer, they'll be like, oh, they have rak. It won't be like they have crayfish because, it means both. And also with the zodiac sign, rak is cancer in the zodiac. Mollusk is mollusk or oyster. Alien is deer. Krysa is rat. Mush, mouse. Tarakan is cockroach. Zhuka is beetle. Yojik, hedgehog. Crocodile. Gusanica is caterpillar. Amar, lobster, is lobster. Osminok is octopus. So you see, voisim, you don't have the v here, but you have the os. So this part is 8. And then nog here is foot from noga. So when we did genitive, when you're counting, so this would be 8. If it's 5 through 20, then you do genitive plural. So noga, foot or leg, becomes nog in the genitive plural. So it kind of makes sense, It's an 8-legged thing. Okay, kalmar is squid. Slon is elephant. Обезьяна is monkey. Hippopotam is hippopotamus. Giraffe is giraffe. Vidra is otter. Pavlin, peacock. Kozyol is goat. Овца is sheep. Krolik is rabbit. Zаяц is like a hare. Индейка is turkey. Петух is rooster. Курица is chicken. Strauss is ostrich. Goose is goose. And then byk is bull. Anyone have any more animals that they want to know in Russian? Also, welcome, musket.
Is it okay if I ask a question?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So how are ladybugs and cows related? Because it seems like they have the same word.
Wait, how are what related?
Ladybugs and cows. I think.
So that is a great question. Yes, so good catch here. So in English, we say ladybug. 2 words, right? But in Russian, they say it's God's cow. For some reason, the ladybugs in the Russian are God's cow. So yeah, so Bog is God, right? And then Bozha is like of God. So it's saying like God's cow, which I love. I should have. It's what?
It's pretty amazing. Thank you.
Of course. But yeah, so I should have stopped to explain that. But yes, thank you for the opportunity. Okay. And now, here we get into the boring stuff, unfortunately. So, we're starting out with the easier one of the two. Oh, Musket is typing. Yes, actually. Can you say that again? Or try speaking again? Oh, damn.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Yes.
I have a question regarding the third thing. I've heard it being used like in kind of an offensive way. Is it?
Wait. Which one? Sorry.
Pituk.
Yes. So it can mean dick. Just calling somebody a rooster. It is a bit rude. Although it's more polite than that, you know. In English we say cock, but then in Russian it's the equivalent of that. So
Thank you.
yeah, for sure. Good question. And yeah, sorry for the language. I know we have a mom in the chat right now, so excuse me.
We're good.
Okay, so now we are going into the boring stuff. So, de причастие. So, причастие, this part, it means participle, or it can mean sacrament. So, you know, in Catholicism, we have the 7 sacraments. I think it's 7. Isn't it 7 sacraments? But yeah, so it means one of the sacraments, причастие, it can mean sacrament, or it can mean participle. And then the de here just makes it adverbial, I guess. It makes it a different thing. Now, these are used basically as gerunds, kind of. So when you're, an example would be, I have the Russian keyboard on. Честно. Can everyone see the notepad?
It's a little bit blurry, especially at the bottom.
Okay, let's change that then.
Oh, never mind. I meant the PowerPoint was blurry.
Oh, yeah. I need the notes, the notepad here. This, can you see that?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, good. So честно is honestly. And then, so говоря comes from говорит, as you may have guessed. So then to form a de причастие, you remove the it, and then you add ya when it is an imperfective verb. If it was, we'll get into it in a bit, but so let's say, so честно говоря means honestly speaking. But what I was going to say is if you had like skazat or another perfective verb, you remove this ending here, and then you add v. So it's skazav. So, and then here we have some examples, more examples, I should say. So yeah, delaya, stelav. So here. And it also matters if the verb ends in at or eat. So if it ends in at, I would just remove the t in the soft sign. So I would remove these two letters and then add the v or ya, depending on the aspect. But if it's gavarit, then I would just remove these here. Or I would remove the e, t, and soft sign. So I would do gavaria. But that's also if you had a verb like, what's another? You beat, I guess. So this is to love. So then if you wanted to make this de prijastia, then you would do that. No, so wait. Palubif, sorry. Because this is perfective. So it doesn't, if it's not just ya that does this. It's also the, okay. So here I had a little note. So when it's reflexive, voзвratny, so let's say we had the verb vozvrashatsa, and let's say we had vernutsa. So these are aspectual pairs. So vozvrashatsa is imperfective, and then vernutsa is perfective. So vozvrashatsa becomes vozvrashayas as a diapricastia, and then vernutsa becomes vernuvshis. Why they tack on the sh here, I don't know, but they do. I guess to make it sound better. So, and then here I have another little zametka or note. So when you want to say teach someone something, instead of having the person being taught in dative or the indirect object, like it would be in English, the thing you're teaching actually is put into the indirect or dative case. So, you would say, let me just change my keyboard again. You would say, I teach Billy, or I teach Billy Russian. I teach Billy Russian. So Billy in English would be indirect, and Russian would be direct. But in Russian, it's flipped for whatever reason. Yeah, it's я учу его русскому языку. A fun, well, not really fun, thing to note is that there are a few different ways to say to learn in Russian. So we have учиться. So if it's reflexive here, it means you are studying, so teaching yourself, right? We have учить, so without the ся here, is to teach. So that's why it's я учу его русскому языку. If I'm studying in university, it's я учусь в университете. So the difference between the learning and studying is that you use учиться when you're talking about a place. So I'm studying in university. Or if you want to say I'm studying a subject, it's я изучаю русский язык, for example. So you use изучать when you want to talk about a subject. So учусь is followed by a place, and then изучать is followed by the noun. And then if you want to say I'm going to be studying in the library, so that's a bit different. You would say я Zaнимаюсь в библиотеке. Or wait, it's... Yeah, I think that's right. But then if you wanted to say I'm doing yoga or something, it's я занимаюсь йогой. So you do yoga in the instrumental. But I think if you want to do an activity in a place, you do the v here. Or I guess you could do я занимаюсь учебой. I'm doing studies in the library, which I guess that would make sense. Anyway, so that's a bit an aside there. Okay, so now we are getting into participles. So these are active participles. So активное причастие. So in the present, for present active participles, as you can see, there are also past, which we will get to a bit later. So in the present, you conjugate to the third person, remove the t, and then add sh, and then the appropriate ending. So what does that look like? Следующий, будущий, and then this is a past active, which we will look at here. But let's do an example. So я люблю девушку. So do a comma, запятая, before you do the participle. So я люблю девушку. Читающая. No, читающую, sorry. Книгу. So here we have a clause here. I love the girl. And then after the comma, you do the second clause. And then here, instead of которая, you do a participle here. So this, if you wanted to use который, you would do я люблю девушку, которая читает книгу. But for participles' sake, which I would say more often than participles, you will hear and should use который in speech. But in literature and people being fancy, you will hear participles. So we removed, so we have читать here. And then we conjugate it to читают, which is the third person plural. We remove the t, add the sh, and then add the appropriate ending. So ую in this case, because it goes with девушка, and in this case, девушка is in the accusative, so it becomes девушку. And then you need to match the case of the preceding noun with the participle. So remember, it would be которая, because it becomes the new subject, kind of. But here you're carrying over the grammar rules, I guess, to the next clause. And that works for all participles. Oh, Sando has a question, or is typing something. Hello! Did you just want to say hello? Oh, I was pinged. Maybe that's what it is. She's like, why didn't you? Is what you're talking about a bunch of words are acting as a single name or something? No? They act... Oh, okay. I think... So there's a positive clause. So it's like saying, in English, let's say, I love the girl who is reading the book. So here is the appositive clause. So who is reading the book? It's just describing who the girl is. Now, if you didn't say who, if you didn't use this, you would say, I love the girl, Tasha, or whatever. But in this case is direct address, and then, but to use a phrase, it's who is reading the book. Now, who would literally translate to который, which I mentioned here. If I can change the keyboard. Которая. Now, aya, we went over который in a previous lesson, but so девушка goes to accusative, changes to девушку in the девушка goes to девушку in the accusative, and then you reset the grammatical rules in the next clause. So который becomes которая, not которую, you know. But if it's a participle, then you omit this, and it's basically saying this. I love the girl reading the book, instead of saying who is reading the book. If that makes more sense. Okay. And then what I mentioned, следующий, будущий. So these are commonly used participles that are in like everyday speech when people don't even know that they are participles, I guess. I mean, they probably do, but I can't speak for Russian people. I'm not one, so I can't say what they think, but I'm sure people don't even think about that they're using a participle when they say them. But so следующий is next. Следующий. So saying this fast is следующий. Yeah, okay. I think of them as just adjectives. They are adjectives that come from verbs, but they are called participles. But yes, so следующий is next. And then будущий is future. So, no, you didn't interrupt. It's fine. So future, and then next. Now, we will, when we get to past, another one is actually настоящий. It's a good one to know, which means present. Oh. So настоящий can mean happening in the present, so like настоящее время, or it could be something that's real. So like настоящий человек, it's like a real person, or настоящий мужчина, it's like a real man. But yeah, so this here is another active participle that's very commonly used. But yes, so here we are going to be talking about past active participles. So to form them, you conjugate to masculine past tense, remove ul, and then add the vish and the appropriate ending. So here, this is a bit of an irregular one because et goes to shed, she, in the past. So sumashedshi, it literally translates to walking off your mind, but it means gone crazy. Oh, okay. Have a nice night. Adios, Mr. Pisok. Okay, so yeah, so this is a what? Yeah, sumashedshi. Okay. Strayed off my mind. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's do some other examples then. Let's go back to this example. I love the girl reading the book. Now, if you wanted to say I love the girl who was reading the book, then you would do я люблю, or maybe любил would be make more sense. Yeah, it's kind of morbid actually. Я любил девушку Rajul. Said is typing. Oh, thank you. Let me just try that. Alt. Okay, wait. Am I doing it? Wait, hold on. Oh, I am. Oh my god. Thank you. That changed my life. Okay. Я любил девушку. Okay, so chitavshuyu. So here we have chitat, right? Chitat goes to chital in the masculine past. You remove the ul and add v, sh, plus the ending. So я любил девушку, читавшую. Okay. Are we good with these? Да или нет? Can we? Should we move on, or do you guys have questions about active participles? Okay. Moving on then. And if you want me to go back, just say, and then I will go back, of course. Okay, so here we have passive participles. And these are worse than the active ones. So we will work through them slowly together. So notice I don't have any other grammar structures. Number one, because there aren't any. You will have seen every form of grammar in these lessons here. And number two, they will hurt your brain. So there is I didn't want to torture you guys any more than I already will be doing. Okay, Smachny has a question here. Yes, they are. I completely agree. Okay, so passive participles. So for present passive, these aren't so bad. Basically, all you do is conjugate the verb to the first person plural, like lubit, right? Our favorite example. So, Smachny is typing, but I will keep going a bit. So, lubit goes to lubimi. Now, you probably recognize this word. This means favorite. So, moi lubimi vkus supa, maybe. My favorite soup flavor? No, that doesn't really make sense. Moi lubimi stool na urokie, my favorite chair in the class, or moi lubimi человек, my favorite person, whatever. So here, you'll just say lubimi for that. Also, there are a few exceptions. Yes, there are. But so that's what these are here. Well, okay. There's one example. They are short form passive participles. Or do you mean like saglasen or dolgen or something like this? Okay. So yeah, like atkriti, zakriti, these kinds of things, right? Or prinyati. But I would honestly say that these are kind of just adjectives, but maybe I'm wrong. But yes, those are also exceptions, which are just adding to the confusion of people who are unfamiliar with the topic. Okay, but yeah. So okay, let's continue. So we have for. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, so first person plural. We have these. So lubit, lubimi, and then for past, you again conjugate to the masculine past tense. Remove ul, or if it's eel, you remove that, and then add the double n, ye double n, or yo double n, plus the appropriate ending. So this, I would say, the double N goes with at verbs. Yin goes with it verbs, and then yon goes with it. So like sayedinionni. So sayedinit. This is to connect or to link. So sayedinionnia Штаты Америки is United States of America in Russian. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Okay, so, and then, as Smachny brought up, there are a few exceptions to this rule before we get into short forms. So, if it ends in ut, ot, it, or erit, you will remove the ol, then add the t plus appropriate ending. But, so, yeah. So, like I said, Открытый is a good one. Открытый magazine is the closed store. Open store, sorry. Закрытый is closed. And then there are other ones, like Сятый is taken. There's Принятый, which is accepted. There's, I don't know. So, and then let's do short forms. So, for these, you will remove the t plus mjaki znak, soft sign ending, then add n, and then nothing for masculine, a feminine, o for neuter, and then u for plural. Сделано в, I don't know. Сделано в России, let's say, is made in Russia. So for this one, you don't know what's being made. It doesn't matter. So this one is in the neuter. So we have, and these only work, by the way, with perfective verbs. I think only perfective verbs can be used in passive past participles. Although I could be wrong on that. Napisan, or kniga napisana, yeah, so kniga napisana Dostoevsky. So book written by Dostoevsky, made in Russia, and things like this. So yeah, those are the passive participles. And now we will talk about, first of all, спасибо за внимание. Thank you for the attention. So now we have some phrases that you should know. Before getting into the ThoughtCo article, I wanted to bring these up. So, с легким паром, you say this. It literally means with light steam. Легкий пар is light steam, but then you do this in the instrumental, and it becomes с легким паром. Here we have коверкая слова. So, коверкать, actually, this is a депричастие. So, коверкать is to mix up, I guess. So then this is like mixing up words. So if you know those, like Sando's name, it's Alexander, right? Alexander, but he switched up the letters, and that would be an example of коверкая слово. С ног на голову this means upside down. So from feet on the head, or feet to the head. And then here is вешать лапшу на уши. So this is to hang noodles on the ears. And then this is kind of like to be embarrassed, I'm pretty sure, right? Smachny? Could you confirm? I think this is to be embarrassed. Just waiting on Smachny's answer here. Oh, yeah. Just say it.
Okay. It's not like meaning embarrassing. It's about lying without shame. It's, for example, like yesterday salesmen вешал лапшу на уши, and because of them we bought broken stuff. It's for example.
Okay. So it's to lie openly,
No,
I guess.
It's not. Yeah, it's lie openly without any shame. sometimes it's obvious that he or she lied to you.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one, so that's why I wanted to make sure. Okay, so here are just some phrases. Взять себя в руки, pull oneself together, съесть в лужу. Okay, so here we go. To embarrass oneself. Perfect. And then шутки в сторону. Seriously? A lot of these I actually have not heard before, except this one, ni puha ni pera. Although I thought it was, well, never mind. Yeah. Good luck, break a leg. Have you heard these before, Smachly?
Everything.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure we're.
I want to like warning, like, you really mostly people doesn't say these idioms. It's idioms, I think. Sometimes, like, if someone has written a lot of, maybe he like use a lot of these phrases, but like in most common life it isn't necessary. So don't worry if you don't know something.
Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. And the only reason I know this one is because my professor was like, here's an old phrase that people used to say, while meaning that nobody says it anymore. So I was wondering, don't want to. What?
I wanna excuse me for like interrupting you. Do you know how to answer on this ni puha ni pera?
Oh, shoot. I'm forgetting, but okay, what is it?
К черту.
Okay, perfect.
It's mean like for to demon in
to the devil.
To the devil, yeah.
Demon would be more like беса or something. Yeah, to hell with it. Okay, so смотрит правде в глаза, to face up to something, to face the truth. Смотрит сквозь пальцы, ignore. Хвататься за соломинку, ни слуху, ни духу, no news from someone. Шутки плохие, okay, not to be messed with. Так себе, I mean, I didn't really think this was a phrase. I mean, you would just be like, oh, ты говоришь по-русски? Нет, так себе. Like, just so. But, I mean, still, good to know. Tfu, not тебя. I spit on you. You can also say, I mean, tfu, yes, sure. But you can also say plю here, which is I spit. What? Okay. Found what? Plü, yeah. It means I'm spitting, I'm pretty sure. Like, literally. But I think this one is kind of more like a scoffing. Yeah. So here we have, I mean, do I really want to go through all of them? So these are some interesting... Oh, are they? Which one? Or which ones? Okay. Interesting. What would be the Polish version? Is it ogląda prawi? Oh, patrzeć prawdzie w oczy. So what is patrzeć? Okay, now we're getting sidetracked. But so patrzeć is смотрит, or is it like to face something? Because смотрит is like to watch, or I guess look. But I think it's more so like watch. But I know oglądać is watch in Polish, I think. Okay. Anyway, so here, that's kind of the end of the lesson anyway. How do you even say that? Gladzec praudze u voci?
I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you. I'm sorry, really.
No, it's good. Wait, say it again.
Глядеть правде в очи. We like pronounce ch more we not like have a soft ch. We have a strong one, and like we like reading like it's read early. So if you see this letter, it is not Russian.
Yeah. I didn't think so, but I didn't know how that sounded. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today's lesson. Look out for the swears video that will be coming at some point. Oh, Smaczny is typing. Oh, it's V. Okay. Or it's W. V? W? Vladislav. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to end the recording. I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. You're welcome. Конечно. And yeah, if you have any more ideas after looking through the presentation of what I should go through next or anything, please let me know. Because I think that's all the grammar in the language, to be honest. I can't think of anything else that I didn't cover. Aspect and cases and, participles, depreciacja. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Smaczny. Thank you for the help. I needed, assistance. Oh, I'm blushing now. Okay, I'll end the recording. Goodbye, everybody.